Oh, we're good. I feel like like I'm a musician, like I'm Janet Jackson or something. I should be dancing with this thing. Okay, as people kind of stroll in here, thankful to be here. It's always fun to talk basketball. If I had the time, I think I'd run one of these as many times as people wanted them. I mean, if I had a big enough basement, I think I'd invite you all. We can just sit and talk hoops all the time, right? Unfortunately, we don't necessarily have that, but the more that we can share stuff, and the only real crime for me is that I know that you guys probably have as much information as I do, and I can't necessarily get it. I'll just, maybe before I mention this, I'll hang around afterwards, chat, and talk about whatever for as long as I can. These guys, how have these guys been so far? They're working hard? Oh. Did Chris McDowell work you guys out? Was he weak? Okay, I'll pass that along to him. Okay, Mr. Mart, I know you're, have you been to his gym before?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go since? Are you gonna go after this?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make sure he knows then that you were weak. Okay, yeah, all right, I'll make sure that he knows that you got that figured out. Okay. I'm doing ball screens today, obviously. We're going to look at some fundamental stuff about it. We're going to look at some team concepts. I'm trying to get through as much as I possibly can. I think I could do an entire day on ball screens. It's interesting to note that at our recent national championships, they put a couple of rules in to legislate out ball screens for the younger kids. There's value in that. I understand why they did that. I mean, they're doing that because they're trying to take away some of the tactical teaching at the younger level, so hopefully you work on fundamentals. The reality is that ball screens have become such a huge part of the game. When we scout, so we obviously do scouting reports and we prep for teams now, in some ways it's made my job simpler. It's almost the only thing we prepare for now, is how are we guarding the high ball screen, how are we guarding the wing ball screen against this team. We play UBC in our league, and they're real much a ball screen team. And if there's 75 possessions in a game, we'll see 100 to 110 ball screens in a game. Like, it's the whole game at the high level. It really is. Okay? It really, really is. Now, at your level, not so much, but it certainly is trickling down. And in my experience internationally, I started to recognize that it's so much more sophisticated, and the fundamentals of teaching it is all about decision making. And can we teach these guys to do it properly, and then can we teach them to make decisions out of it? So hopefully I'm going to talk about fundamentals of screening on the ball. I'm going to try to get to decision making within these guys, and we'll see how they do out of it. Okay. After that, I'm going to talk about just general spacing. And one of the things that I learned when I moved from high school to university that I always knew was important, but I didn't realize how important. And as you get more and more athletic, it's more and more important, and that is space, right? And just the concept of, as much as you possibly can, stretch the floor from east to west and north to south. It was always important. Now it's way more. I don't know you guys, but I've always wondered, like, this is the same size as an NBA court. Maybe give or take a foot or two, maybe. Okay, it certainly is the same width. So you can imagine, I mean, I know when you guys play, sometimes it probably seems like it's crowded. Can you imagine if everyone on the floor was 6'9" and a better athlete than anyone you have ever seen before? You start to think about, how do they ever get to the basket? Like, how do they ever get anywhere? And it's all about space and stretching as much as they possibly can. That's why the three-point line is so important, right? The deeper three, if we ever go to it, will improve that a lot, okay? All right, let's talk about some things. So I'm just gonna talk about fundamentals, and I think I'm gonna throw something at you right away that you're gonna say, Shep, you're an idiot, stop saying that. And I wanna do that for a reason that we can kind of question and debate little things, okay? Can I get a couple guys up here, please? Three, actually, three. Okay, perfect. Now, when we screen, when I teach it, when I say we, our program, right, as well as when I was a national program, it was all the same thing, right? I mean, there's a few different areas we screen on the floor, right? One is a mid-screen, okay? Screening here. What we call a lane screen, that we're on the lane line, and what we call a wing. And we would never go below here. And I'll talk about that area. We'd never screen someone that was below here. We never screen guys in the corner, okay, on either side of the floor. Good. Can I get Christian, you want to guard? And you want to guard me? Perfect. Okay? Awesome. Okay? Come. Good. We need a ball. You need a ball. Just to make me look good. Thanks. We got it? Excellent. Now, couple things we want to teach. I want to do some breakdown drills right now, but I want to make sure we're emphasizing these things when I do breakdown drills. So I'm going to teach it right now and talk about it to you guys, and I'm going to show you how we emphasize these things. The key thing for a screener, a couple of key things, is that we sprint to the screen. Most screens will come like this. No, we're not going to do that, okay? We're going to start away, and we're going to sprint. Sprint. The harder we can make it for him to be a factor, the better it is. Sprint to screen. Secondly, most kids will screen in what I call, there's no easy way to say it. They stand there and hold their nuts, right? Okay? You've seen this type of screen? Right? Why? I don't understand it. Why? We're making ourselves as small as possible here, right? You're like the 4-year-old kid who has to pee but doesn't want to stop playing, right? Okay? I'm standing like this, okay? You are allowed to stay within your body. You are not allowed to extend your arms here or here. So we screen fist on elbows. I know my university goes, you teach it fist on fist. We get called for this a little bit much. Okay, especially guys tend to lean out, so we've changed it to here. We straddle his high leg, and my belt buckle is on his hip. Okay, and I'm here. Okay, I can't do this, I can't do this, and I can't do this, but I sure as heck don't have to do this. Right? That's a really, really, really important thing. The last thing I'll teach you, this will be the one where everyone goes, you're an idiot, is watch the way I roll, okay? Go ahead, do it. Good. Anything different? Someone said something. Yeah? What? I turned the other way. Good. This is something I've changed recently through just watching international basketball. I always taught this, okay, as I'm sure probably 97.5% of the people in this room, right, that when we screen, good, I open so that I can see the ball. Is that the rationale you guys always heard, right? Good. To me, it's more about speed. How quickly can I get to there, and how quickly can I sprint out of the screen? In addition to that, certainly at our level, the only real value in this one is if they switch it. If Christian comes under, and I can seal him here and hold him off. That's the only real value in coming underneath. They'll almost always come over the top or lock me in. So there's no value in that. So the quicker I can get to there, the better. So from here, instead of me pivoting and getting into a slide, I step and turn my head and I get into a run, which is now the way we teach it. Okay? And we'll talk about that a little bit more. Okay? Perfect. Can I get everybody up? Everybody. Give me 4 lines, guys. Give me a couple guys here with basketballs, a couple guys on that wing with basketballs, 2 guys underneath. Actually, give the balls to the guys underneath, actually. Perfect. 4 lines. So, Boris, you got a line? Christian's got a line? Good. You got it? You good? Perfect. Just going to work on a couple things now. Now, we also emphasize their path to the rim must be wide. Here's our first space concept. Okay? We're going to screen there. Good. Perfect. We're going to screen here. Perfect. And he's going to roll outside. Good. What I want you guys to do is this. Good. Is throw cross court. We can alternate. Good. I'm throwing and I'm sprinting into the screen. Full speed, full speed, full speed. Stay low, be strong, receive it. Jab to the baseline. Good. Crossover step, boom, on that sound. I must run outside the cones. Okay? I want to create this space. I don't want to be on the same line as him. Okay? We teach this sort of arc motion. Okay? Let's see if I can do it at speed here. I always end up doing this. I end up breathing hard, and you can't hear me anymore. Good. Sprint. I got you. I got you. Screen, 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 screen. Push. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good. Excellent. Good. All right? Screeners stay screeners. Guards stay guards for now, and we'll flip it. So you guys can dribble and go to that line. You guys can dribble and go to that line. You guys, Christian listening, can screen and go there. Boris, you can screen and go there. We got it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Push. Come at him. Good. Stop. So first time, right? Boris, front pivot. Front pivot. Here we go. Boom. Good. Good. Here we go. Why am I putting the cones? They're actually a little wider than how I like them, to be honest with you, but I like to overemphasize it a little bit, especially in a drill type setting. We need to run. We need to create space and get outside. Good. I love that footwork, by the way. I love that footwork. Outside, inside pivot. Good. Bam. Outside, inside. Good job, Boris. Here we go. Screen, pop. Good, good, good. Christian's holding his nuts again. Here we go. I got to pee, Christian, or what? Here we go. Get your forearms up. Be a screener. Get your forearm. Here we go. Push. Good. Good. Stop, stop, stop. I really want you to emphasize this, okay? All these guys. Is I'm here, my forearms out, and my high leg steps. Okay? My high leg steps. Okay? Let's do it faster, and let's sprint harder into it. Ready? Go. Good. Now, use your voice and tell them you're coming to get them. Use your voice, tell them you're coming to get them. Go, push. That's it. Well done, well done, well done. Now we're going to add some things to this, right? We're going to talk about how we handle the ball. So all we're looking at is our fundamentals of sprinting into a screen and sprinting out of a screen, okay? So I hate the term pick and roll. I prefer run, screen, run. Run into the screen and run out of the screen. Okay? Roll has the thing of I'm sort of slowly moving down the lane, right? 24-second clock. The game is not slow. We need to go quicker, right? Sprint in, sprint out, okay? As much as we can. All right, let's add a bit here. Any questions about that before I move on? No? Good. Perfect. Okay, let's work at some stuff now, okay? Hold up.